Welcome to the Mentored Engineer. In this video, we are going to talk about IoT connectivity. Okay, well, once again, I am joined by Clay Counts from Sealevel Systems, and we're going to talk about connectivity and ways to do that for IoT purposes. Okay, so first of all, what type of communications methods are there?
Yeah, so there's a few out there. We primarily deal in cellular and Wi-Fi. So those are your two options with us. I know there are people that work on Bluetooth and LoRa, other types of connectivity. But here at Sealevel, that's the two types that we use, Wi-Fi and cellular.
Okay. Is there, besides Bluetooth, is there anything else? Like, would you do a wired connection?
So part of what makes IoT is the wireless nature of it. So typically you wouldn't consider something an IoT device if it was wired. It's some sort of wireless communication between the device and a cloud system that really kind of defines IoT.
Okay. So what if you're in one of those rare things where neither wireless or cellular is available? Is there some way to connect the IoT then? Yeah,
like we mentioned, Bluetooth is a potential. It's one of those things, as a technology advances, something new could be out next year. There's a new form of communication wirelessly that could change the ball game as well. But that's kind of the two that we're limited to right now, is the cellular and Wi-Fi connectivity.
Okay. So what are the strengths and weaknesses of each one?
Yeah, so it boils down to application specifics. Cellular is great because you can use it in most places, even if there isn't Wi-Fi access. If there is a brick building out to the side that has poor service, you can run a cable up top for your antenna. I guess the downside to cellular would be if you're underground somewhere that it just can't penetrate. Then you'd have some issues there, as well as the recurring cost of the cellular connectivity.
Okay.
And Wi-Fi, I'll touch on it as well. Wi-Fi is nice if you have good network access anyway. Obviously, sometimes you're not going to have that, and it can shine where cellular couldn't shine. It's, say, underground where you could potentially have network access.
So what happens when the internet goes out, Clay?
So you could have some issues when the internet goes out, and this is part of kind of how we discussed earlier, why you want to have some edge computing capabilities and not do much of the automation on the cloud level. Let's say if you have a device that has to, if pump level reaches X, the pump has to run for 10 minutes. Well, if you lose connectivity and the automation's done on the cloud level, that can cause issues because the pump can just continue to run. That's why you want an edge device in those type of situations. But in our case, if you're monitoring temperatures, things like that are not necessarily as time dependent, our device can store some data on the edge and pass that through once the connectivity is reconnected again.
All right. So are there any costs with the lack of connectivity or lost connectivity?
Not necessarily, not any direct costs. It can cause issues, like I said, with the automation example, where you lose connection and that causes issues with your machinery. That would be the major cost. Connectivity, as you know, cellular is not perfect. You lose it, get it back. Sometimes it's better than others. But luckily, the MQTT packets that we send are very small and can be sent very quickly. So even if your connection is intermittent at best, you can still send data back to the cloud.
All right. So final question here, who owns the data?
So who owns the data? That's the million-dollar question. The way Sealevel works, we have a management cloud platform and a customer-facing platform. We're happy for customers to use their own cloud system with our management cloud underlying. Basically, if that's the case, we have the data and send it to them. They have access to it. It's theirs, and it's just a pass-through from us to allow their cloud to communicate with our device. So in the end, we don't try to mine the data and use it and make money off of that. That's the customers, theirs to use however they see fit.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing a few moments with us. And so join us in our next video when we're going to talk about IoT security. Hi, this is Corey with the Mentored Engineer. We really appreciate you watching this video. And we want to reach out and just say that we are now offering Skype consults for your projects. So if you need help getting a project off the ground or you got stuck at a certain point, reach out to us and we can help you. To do this, go to the homepage of the website, mentoredengineer.com, and click the Skype consult button. and we can get in contact and start working on helping you through your project.